actually talking in a recent video about way too early pitching targets. Pablo Lopez was on there. Louis Castillo was on there. We had a few other guys on there.
Some low ball kind of guys.
Low ball guys. But that's way too early pitching targets. And I think a few of you guys were commenting on the thing, about like certain trades that we could make for these guys, like which guys you had in mind. And a lot of things have been thrown out here about, okay, well maybe we can trade Ryu because he's been really bad. We can't.
No trade
he
clause.
Has no trade clause.
Yeah.
A few of you guys are talking about trading Kirk. A few of you guys are talking about maybe trading Moreno or like a big prospect or something like that.
Groshans. Been thrown up there.
And, all of these things are potential possibilities. But it got me thinking, off the top of the season, it's way too early to know about this, but off the top of the season, from what we've seen right now, and I'd love for you guys to answer down below what you guys think, what do you think right now is the most likely Toronto Blue Jay to be traded if we were to trade somebody?
Like on the current roster?
You know what? I'll leave it open for interpretation.
Okay.
I'll leave it open for interpretation.
Well, on the current roster is a bit harder because I think no starters are getting traded. You just do not, unless it's a ridiculous deal like that. But that is like so far off in left field. That's groundbreaking stuff. I don't want to really get into that realm, but like realistically, in general, the most likely guy on the current, I'll stick with the current Blue Jays roster.
Yeah.
I do think probably the most likely guy is Alejandro Kirk.
Right.
I do think it is most, because they're not trading Jansen. That's just not around. They love him. They love him managing the staff. You have Gabriel Moreno in the wings. I think they love him too, and they want to keep him in the system. Collins, you just traded for. He's an options guy. It'd be stupid to trade him. Like, it doesn't make sense unless someone's like really giving you the bag.
Here's the thing. I was actually thinking about Zach Collins if he continues to be elite.
Right.
Like, if off of what we've seen right now, and this is way too early, guys, but let's just paint the scenario right now. Oh, it's like halfway through the season. Zach Collins is hitting like 275 still. He's actually doing really good. We got Kirk doing well. Danny Jansen's healthy. We got Moreno down there. I know that you traded for Zach Collins as an options guy.
Right.
But it's almost like now he's too good to option.
Right.
Can you trade Zach Collins? Can you flip that for anything? Can you get any value for that?
Well, possibly. I feel like the only time you do that is if you know that Moreno's ready to come up, because that's the thing. Who's left? You want Heine?
Well, you still have two. You still have two catchers though, because you got Danny Jansen and Kirk.
I know, absolutely. But like I think the way the management is operating, because this is different than how Adam would operate.
Right.
From how the Blue Jays are operating it, they want that nice flexibility in Zach Collins, and like, I think they like that more than frickin' Heine as a flexibility option.
Well, yeah, let's face it. Like,
I haven't seen Heine since the day we called him up, bro.
And I really don't need to see Heine.
I don't need to see Heine. Yeah.
Now, somebody just threw out there Chase Gurriel. Because of his team-friendly contract, good trade value.
And
what do you think about that?
We have been over this, Chase. We ain't trading the Lord, okay? Because the Lord delivers when we pray to him.
Yeah.
But on a serious note, you said the exact reason why we don't want to trade him. He's on a team-friendly contract. If we're building a championship team, you need guys like that on your team.
That's the thing,
Bro, he's too good right now. Imagine trading him. Obviously, you wouldn't trade him right now.
Right.
But imagine our team looks like this come July, and it's like, someone's asking for Gurriel. It's like, well, no, he's detrimental. Like, he's the only one other than like Vlad.
You're talking about injury-wise.
Injury-wise.
Because we're seeing right now, first off, like, T.O.'s on the IL right now, but we're seeing right now, there's Springer, like, being heard about something. It's like, this happens.
I know.
This happens.
I feel bad. I thought about this, too. I'm like, it's not his fault he got hit by a pitch. Like, that's not his fault.
It's not his fault.
But it's like, it's so like Springer
it's
to
just
be
like,
freaking hurt again.
Yeah.
Like,
but you know what? It's so like Gurriel to be in the lineup.
He needs to be in the
lineup. When is Gurriel hurt?
Dude, Gurriel's in the lineup all the time.
He's literally never hurt, dude. Like, looking back at this guy's career, like, he's pretty much healthy the entire time. The time that he's missed, he was sent down to AAA. So that's why I think, frankly, it's like, I do believe that the management, and they're playing him in the 4 or 5 spot.
Yeah, because he's good.
Which means that it's like, oh my gosh, like, we actually really care about this guy. I think he's really important to us. I think that Gurriel is actually becoming an integral dude, and he's one of the most unlikely to get traded.
I think so, too.
Because if you look at the games that we've won, it's not Vlad and Bo and Springer off the top. Like, there's been a few where it's like they're putting up.
Right.
But a lot of the time, it's like Lourdes Gurriel Jr. in the middle, it's like Chapman doing stuff with Lord. It's like that like middle part is really being productive for the Toronto Blue Jays.
Yeah, and I'm going to flip over here to his stats. I know that his OPS doesn't look shiny. It's 694. His OPS plus is 105. He hasn't been hitting for much slugging. Look at his slugging compared to his
No,
average.
his power's not there right now.
The power's not here, but the batting average, he's able to keep the line moving to Zach Collins and Chapman in the bottom half of the order.
Yeah,
So
and the on base is good as well.
the on base is just good. It's just great. The slugging will come around. Like, it's only a matter of time.
Yeah.
It's only a matter of time.
Yeah, so I don't think that Gurriel is going to be the most likely. Maybe Alejandro Kirk. I don't want it to happen, though, but, like, it could if it's...
I think most likely on the roster, yes, it would be Alejandro Kirk. Off the roster, I think it's Jordan Groshans. It's too obvious. Yeah. Orelvis Martinez is looking like... He literally reminded me of Vladimir Guerrero Jr., obviously not to the caliber, but like a young 20-year-old in spring training smacking bombs and looking like
I don't
professional.
think he's that far off from the caliber.
No, he easily
like,
could.
I really don't like. And when I saw him too, it's like I got like striking things about. It was. Oh my God, we're gonna see him tonight. Jordan Alvarez.
Yeah,
like the way that he hits, the power to it, and like his body type,
the bat speed,
just everything about him. I was just like,
it's incredible.
You could come up and be a force to be reckoned with in this league immediately, and I don't really want to get rid of you. And again, like I think that Jordan Groshans can be a very quality player as well. And like we could be 5 years down the line.
Right.
Jordan Groshans is an all-star. Elvis Martinez is nothing. Like at the end of the day, we don't know.
Right.
But I would be at this current juncture more willing to give up Jordan Groshans than Elvis Martinez.
Because here's the thing, and again, I'm not a professional. And if Jordan Groshans watches, you'd say, "Fuck you, Adam. Like you don't know anything." And you're right, I don't. But looking at what I've seen, just using the eyeball test, I think Orelvis Martinez is more likely to make a great impact on the major league roster sooner than Jordan Groshans would.
Yeah, I agree.
In my opinion.